Come on in here, the water is fine. Good evening, everybody. We'll get ready to get going here in just a couple of minutes. Appreciate you tuning in. Go ahead and grab that link and share it out and get as many people watching as they possibly can. Want to have a big audience tonight. Got a special guest with us tonight, talking some Meshtastic stuff. Go ahead and, like I say, share out the link. Let's get as many people watching as we can. We'll get started in just a couple minutes. Andy's got it. He's already saying it right there. We're live, y'all. Get on in here. Now. Old buddy Roger, that does the Dixie Traders Net, he says, don't make me come out there. And he's right. Don't make me come out there. I will come out there and get y'all. We're going to do this up big. I'm just sharing out the link with some folks here. Where did there it is. I lost my general channel on Discord. See some folks checking in the chat. Appreciate you being here. Like I say, get that link shared out, and we'll get started in just a minute. One more place to share, and we will rock and roll. All right. Let's do this thing. What do you say? Howdy, everybody. Good evening. Welcome into HamShackTV. I'm your host, Josh A4WX. Appreciate you being here. Back in the shack from Huntsville. I hope you enjoyed the content from Huntsville. It looks like you enjoyed that Gigaparts video, guys. That Gigaparts video has gone absolutely bonkers when it comes to views. So, several of you may be new here to the HamShackTV, and I appreciate y'all tuning in. Let's get started with a couple of things here real quick. I got a super chat goal in place. We're going to do something different. We're going to do it again. This was successful a couple of weeks ago, so we're going to do it again. 10 yellow super chats or better. That's a $10 super chat or better. 10 of them, I'm going to give away another HT tonight. How about that? 10 yellow super chats or better. That's $10 or better. I'll give away another HT tonight. And want to remind everybody, we now have we have a partnership with Gigaparts. If you're looking for ham radio gear, anything like that, Gigaparts can take care of you guys, and I can offer you double rewards, 2 times your rewards points, meaning you'll save more and more very quickly. Just use my coupon code at checkout, HamShackTV, And we appreciate Gig Parts. It's great meeting those guys down there at Huntsville last week. Let's go ahead and bring the gang in. We'll start with Dave. There's KE6 GAE, the Hillbilly Ham. We got Marvin in the house. W0MET, our guest host from last week. Andy's here, N08PX. Jason, Ramp Rat. Thank you for putting that in the dang thing. Now I know to call you Ramp Rat.
Yes. Make it easier when we have both Jasons on here, you know?
Well, I was going to say, if it wasn't more confusing when we have Ham Radio 2.0 Jason and Ramp Rat Jason, well, tonight we have 2 Daves.
Oh, God.
5 KB5 UTY Dave.
How you doing, Dave?
Doing
good.
How
you doing, Dave?
Well, appreciate you being here. We're going to change up the rundown just a little bit tonight. Instead, I noticed that we're checking in. We're doing the check-in with everybody twice. We're doing a start a show at the end of the show. I think that's too much. We're going to back up and do it a little different. I call it the content creators recap, but it's really just what are you doing, what are you working on, that kind of thing. So we're going to do that at the start of the show here. Do want to let you know, too, you can listen to HamShackTV on the go. We have a podcast now, HamShackTV. Just look at your favorite podcast place, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Podbean. I don't know what all of them are, but wherever you get your podcast, just search out HamShackTV and you'll be able to find us. You can listen to me babble on for hours and hours while you drive to wherever you're going. So, anyway, let's get started. Marvin, you're next to me, so I guess you're up first. What you got going on? What you working with?
It's really, I've got the kind of a anniversary party that we're doing Labor Day weekend. So I've been trying to prep the garage and getting some of that together. I haven't really got into a lot of ham radio stuff lately, unfortunately. And my podcast is a week behind on a content as well. So it's kind of hurting right now, but I've got some other priorities. I came into my place in Wisconsin and I had, I think about a foot tall of grass I was trying to cut down. So that's hours and hours of mowing there. So it's challenging, but I'm waiting on Andy. I have a little device here that is going to be an APRS digipeater from CSN Technologies. And I'm really super excited about hooking that up and getting that to work as an APRS digipeater here at the remote site. So that is going to be cool. It's going to integrate right into it's got a GPS that hooks right into it. And then you hook in right into a radio and or an antenna, and it does everything else for you. I mean, it's going to be about as simple as you can get it for getting an APRS digipeater set up. So I'm super looking forward to that. So as soon as I get that box handy, that will be put in place and put on my rack, and that will be coming in. So that's my major thing I've got going on there. Besides, I do have an official date now for building the tower site. And that will be here about early to mid-September. So the tower is officially going to go up before I get back. So, which is cool. I'm super looking forward to that. So
that's really exciting.
It's coming, Marvin. It's coming.
I'm excited to see that stuff.
Let the games begin, Melvin.
Yeah.
There we go with the Melvin crap again. Speaking of Melvin, it's already started, y'all. It's already started.
What?
Oh boy.
Dave says, let's get this started. Here we go.
What?
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man. All right, let's.
Dave says, let's get this started for the 10. That is number 1. 9 more yellow super chats or better. We'll give away an HT here later tonight. Don't know which one. Be luck of the draw. It might not be the greatest one like we did a few weeks ago, but we'll get something done here. So,
I saw you playing with one at Huntsville that you could give away.
Are you talking about this silly thing?
Yeah, that little thing.
That ain't $100 in super chats ain't gonna get that. I can tell you that right now. That was expensive enough.
Why not, Josh? You made a comment that you weren't happy with it.
Right, Dave.
Okay.
Right.
I'm learning
you
more.
You did make a video of it too.
Legal
documentation.
Not really. If you listen to the whole context of the conversation, I was indifferent. There's a lot that needs to be improved with this thing. I will say that. And I'll take this time as my content creator's thing. But this is so for those of you watching that don't know what this is, let me take myself full so I can show it a little closer. This is a ComJod. This is the CJ26 Armor. I picked it up from Gigaparts last week in Huntsville. And it does VHF, UHF, DMR, and all the network radio stuff like Zello and DV Switch, Echo Link, Droid Star, all that good stuff. Here's the issue. ComJod and R-Finder, and walking around Huntsville, everybody was asking me, is that an R-Finder? Is that an R-Finder? No, it's not an R-Finder. But, I could be wrong on this, and somebody jump in the chat if you have better knowledge than I do, but apparently somehow R-Finder and ComJod are now the same company, and there's some restructuring going on. So that's why certain elements of this radio don't work yet. It's got potential to be an all-in-one device, really, with the exception of HF. But, we just need to see firmware updates. The only thing I figured out that this thing is missing is the RF firmware, which is what links the Unified Radios app with the RF module on it. So right now, as far as DMR and that kind of stuff goes, it's all IP based. But I can still use analog VHF UHF. There is an app for that. So anyway, it's kind of it's a cool device.
I would have had your same attitude. I mean, you spend that kind of money, why isn't the firmware in there?
Mm-hmm.
I stand by what I said in the video. I don't think it was ready for market. I don't. I think it can be really easily, but I just don't think it's ready for the market yet.
There's another radio like that too, but I'm not gonna mention names.
All right, let's move on. Speaking of, you were speaking last, Dave. That's your turn. What you got going on?
Oh, well, I got a Hamfest I got to go to this weekend. 2-day Hamfest, so I don't know. I'll probably do a video of the Hamfest, get that out. It's just a little local one, so it's nothing major. And then I got a couple other videos that I'm working on for Andy, so I don't know if I'll get a video out on my channel this week because I got to get these ones to Andy so he can show the programmers, the developers at WRL, the issues I'm finding in the beta version with the cat control.
Interesting. Andy, you got anything on that? I'll let you go next since he kind of called you out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Call you out's not the right word. He invoked your name. How about that?
So, yeah, absolutely. So, sorry, I was looking at you when you were talking about that radio you picked up. It reminded me of this. Let's see if I can share my screen real quick. Have you ever seen this? KV4P HT. I think it's so cool. It just plugs into your Android phone, and I think it even works on iPhones.
Just Android.
Yeah, just Android, because never mind. I'm sure.
So is it like a little dongle that plugs in to the USB-C port?
Exactly.
Yeah. It plugs in and it fits on the back. It's like there it is, just like a little deal that just snaps on the back here, on the back of your cell phone, and just a little like a USB-C U-shaped connector pops into the USB-C port, turns it into I think they bumped it up to a 2 watts, either a 1 or a 2 watts UHF, VHF, UHF, HT. Basically, it pairs with
Andy, is that like a digirepeater?
No.
Actually,
it's an RF module.
HT.
Oh, I didn't get that.
Oh, you got one, Dave.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay,
Cool.
thank you.
Yeah, I want to get a hold of one of those one of these days. But yeah, you were just reminded me of it when you was showing me that this thing's only like $35, I think. If you
Oh, that Dave. I thought you were talking about Hillbilly Ham Dave.
There, Dave.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You guys need
really
it
cool.
comes with the sticky tape or the sticky Velcro.
Yeah.
The new version actually has a push to talk on it.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
And it's flippable.
have to
It
go-
has a button here and a button there, so you can actually push to talk directly from it.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat.
Absolutely.
It works.
Cool. Yeah. All right. Anyway, so yeah, Dave Hillbilly Dave was talking about the videos he's working on with WRL. We weren't supposed to have virtual ports ready on Cat Control and World Radio League yet, so but he figured out how to get it set up on his side, and so he's working with a couple of aspects of it that are having a little issues. And once we get the actual release ready for that, then we just need some feedback from him so that we can get that taken care of. So that's what he was referring to. So the Hamfest that he's going to, I'm going to as well, and it's not tiny. It's one of the bigger ones in our area. So looking forward to doing that. That's this weekend, Friday and Saturday. I'll probably only be there Saturday, but I was able to last minute snag a table like right next to Dave. Dave, I don't know if you know the guy that's between me and you, but he's got a table between me and you and on the other side of me. So if he sets up Friday and you're there and I'm not, he's welcome to swap tables with me if he wants to, so his two tables can be together. It's up to him. If you talk to him before I get there, he can do that if he needs to. But so yeah, I'm going to be doing a presentation for Ham Radio Prep World Radio League there at the event, so join me there. And then if you're in the area, I'd love to see you there. And hopefully, maybe we might be able to get some video out of that. We'll see if we can get some video out of that, but haven't thought that all through yet. But let's see here, personal updates. Let's see here. So yeah, I finally got a lead nailed down on some content on my personal channel. So what will likely happen is here in just a couple weeks, I'm supposed to get the CFT1 review unit. So KM4 CFT has put together this really cool QRP-CW radio, and he's sending it to me to review. And I'll likely do, I don't know if I'll do like an unboxing type video. I know there's a lot of hate. People like to hate on unboxing videos, but sometimes they can be kind of cool if done properly. So we'll see if I do that, but I'll probably be doing like a first impressions and then hopefully later on a review video on the CFT1. So stay tuned for that. Looking forward to that. And 3 guesses which antenna I'll most likely use, and the first 2 don't count.
Would that be biscuit? Biscuit? Is it biscuit or a spool antenna?
So that's pretty much it from my side. I may actually use it with 2 antennas. I likely use it with the biscuit and then possibly with the JPC-12 because I really like the Chelegans JPC-12 vertical. So
that's awesome.
I might use it there. And then what Marvin was referring to earlier with the when he told me hint was I started a new kind of a print. Custom print service on my website. So if you have an STL file, a 3D file that you want me to print, you can submit it on my website and I'll take a look at it. And if it's something I think that's doable for me, then I'll send you a quote on it. And Marvin sent me my first order there, so I'll be loading up the PETG and getting him a print out here hopefully within the next few days. So.
What about N0 APX antennas? How's that going this week?
So actually Leroy, M&L Radio Technology, took a few units down to Huntsville. I wasn't able to get him a ton out, short turnaround time, but he was able to take a few units down there, sold a couple of them for me. So honestly, go check him out. I'm working on possibly, he's probably going to be stocking him on his website here soon. So go check him out and, go order him from him if you want to. I'm going to be trying to probably work out some deals with him and get him rolling with fulfilling orders. So go check out the N0 APX InFed biscuit at M&L Radio Technology.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know I sent you a picture from Huntsville, and we did a video with Leroy's booth, and I was so excited to see him sitting there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you can still look at them on my website. You can still buy them off my website, n0apx.com. But I may be doing some some kind of move in that direction towards selling them through Leroy. So go check them out over there. Not sure exactly how we're going to moving forward, but yeah, go check him out.
I posted a link in the chat. So.
Oh, appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I see that. I'm wondering who's typing all those in. I forgot you still had the co-owner privileges.
Yeah, he did that.
I'm helping you out in the back end there.
Well, I appreciate that. All right.
That's pretty much all the updates from my end, Josh. So I'll throw it back at you, and you can. I may have to drop here in just a couple minutes. If I do, I likely be back in the comments later. But great seeing everybody.
You know how it is. If we're here, you're welcome to chime back in at any time.
Andy, before you go, I got to ask you a question. I'm going to need a favor from you.
Shoot.
Like, come on.
What choice of words is you? Okay, never mind.
Okay, excuse me. Proceed.
Okay, that was like, shoot, okay, I'm not shooting Andy. No, anywho, the favor I might ask, we all know it was POTA Power's 1-year anniversary and everything. And I would like to, I'll pay for it and everything. I'm going to have you make 1-year antennas, but is there any way you could put on top of it POTA Power 1-year anniversary in their names and call signs?
I could. I mean, there would definitely be some customization involved. DM me in Discord, and we can take that discussion offline.
Okay, I just wanted to ask real quick.
Absolutely. Yep. Just DM me. We'll see what we can work. We'll see what
Yes,
we can
sir.
work out. I say I can.
Yes,
I think I can.
I think I can. I think I can.
The little train.
Well, you're
All right,
talking.
thanks, Andy.
You're talking anyway, Jason Ramprad. It's your turn. What you got going on?
Where do I start? Oh, okay. Hi, my name's Jason. I'm an alcoholic. Oh, wait, wrong channel. Got a lot of things going on. First off, this is going to pertain to ham radio. Watched the other Jason, ham radio 2.0. Let's clarify that. He just discovered for GMRS user and FRS that they're going to try to reallocate the 30 to 40 megahertz and put it on GMRS and FRS. And if they do that, the repeaters they're using can output 300 watts and everything, and then bump up the radios to 100 watts, which what Jason was saying, it's in discussion, but look out for it. All right. Also, what else? Oh, I told everybody was going to get a brand new radio. Well, it came in. Got a brand new Yaesu 710. And right now, I got it on and running, and James, Ham Radio Venture guy, is just talking up a storm. But this is what the radio looks like, if everybody can see. Can everybody see that just fine? Or is that too close?
Oh, no.
All right.
I see it.
Well, he's gone now, but he was talking up a storm. But yes, I just got that, and I told Josh about this. Got a free valve pang from Reality. It's the K6, 2 meters, 70 meters, 220, airband, no weather. Nice little radio. I'm still trying to figure out the functionality of it because I'm not really using a valve pang, but that's cool. What else? Oh gosh, I got so much on my mind. Talk about the radios, frequencies. And yeah, and I want to, like I said, I want to do something special for Mom and Dad. Since it was their 1-year anniversary, and I'm gonna see if Andy can do it, or I'm gonna build a plaque doing the same thing. Either that's about it. From Ramp.
All right. Well, that's cool. That's a great radio. 710 is a great radio. And I'm not going to commit to anything, but y'all know about my new Gigaparts connection. Y'all know about the 10,000 radio giveaway.
Yeah,
10,000 subscriber radio giveaway. That's all I'm going to say. Put 2 and 2 together. We're still working out the details, but put 2 and 2 together.
Are you talking about spin the wheel or your deal?
I don't know what you're talking about, spin the wheel. I'm talking about the 10,000 subscriber radio giveaway.
Oh, that one. Okay, never mind. I misunderstood. Okay.
Not the super chat goal, which is still in effect. I'm going to give away an HT if we get 9 more yellow super chats or better. But
you get cheap too, so you can drop $1,000.
Yeah, you're crazy. All right. Well, Dave, I'm going to give you the floor. Start out. Let us know what you got going on this week, and then everybody. Dave is a mesh dealer with SEEED Studios. These things are cool, and these the one particular device was all the talk and rage at Hamvention. Absolutely, there it is right there. Dave's got it in his hand. It's a Meshtastic node that's the size of a credit card. A little thicker than a credit card, but as far as the width and the length, it's the same size as a credit card. Fantastic device.
Oh.
So, Dave, let us know.
My buddy picked one up. He absolutely just loves it.
That's all I'm hearing. That's all I'm hearing about them.
They're awesome. We sold 30 of them at
Nice.
Huntsville. So yeah, I'm the mesh dealer. Still trying to get over Huntsville. It was a blast. We got up there Tuesday. I did my presentation on Wednesday. Then Thursday and Friday I was selling mesh out of the parking lot, which was kind of fun. Then we had the show and completely sold out. So I have very little to kind of show off because we sold everything. But yeah, the big hit is our T1000. Depending on where you buy it right now, at the show we were selling them for $50, but they're $34 on the website, but you have to pay shipping and taxes. They're $60-ish when they're on Amazon. But yeah, so I work for SEEED Studios, sort of. I'm not an actual employee of SEEED Studios. I am what they call a ranger. Basically an ambassador for SEEED Studios with Meshtastic and Ham Radio. But yeah, what do you guys want to know? I don't know with your viewers what they know about Meshtastic, what they don't know about Meshtastic, what they want to know about Meshtastic. And I'm just here. Excuse me.
Give us the whole rundown. I don't understand Meshtastic
That's
well
what-
enough.
that's-
to hold a
Yeah.
conversation.
Let's go to an elementary level. Let's think about somebody that's never heard about it, doesn't have a clue that doesn't have a clue what it does, and then build your product on top of it.
All right. So
go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
That's what I was just about to ask, but Josh already answered my question. I was going to ask you, what is Meshtastic? Because I had no clue, but Josh already took care of it. So go ahead, sir.
All right. So bear with me. My voice may be a little cracky. I'm going to be drinking a lot of water. They're burning cedar, and I'm downwind, and my allergies are going nuts. So Meshtastic is off-grid, decentralized messaging and location sharing. It uses the 900 megahertz ISM band, and it's under a watt, so it's license free. Anybody can use it, and it uses devices which I like this, or like this, or like this, or a myriad of other devices. There's probably 40 different things you can use, and they're all repurposed IoT and LoRaWAN devices. Because they use the same chipsets, either an ESP32 or an NRF chipset to do the communication. So basics of Meshtastic is you have a radio, right? It pairs to your phone. So with an app, the app is only Bluetooth to your phone as an interface for the device. All the radio and all the hard work and everything is done here. It's just an interface so you can use it, because some devices don't have screens or buttons. So you Bluetooth on your phone. It uses a mesh network and digital spread spectrum technology to send bursts of data. So, and the basic is you have two radios. You've got me and my buddy Pat, and we can't hit each other because we're too far away. It uses a mesh network. So this is Bob, and so my message will get broadcast out. Bob will pick it up, rebroadcast it, and Patrick will get it, and then back and forth the other way. And When you have a huge network like we do in San Antonio now, I can actually get about 70 miles from my house to the other side of town. Now for the questions, because I know that started turning gears in your head.
Well, I can see one already in the chat. How do I get started? Bob asked KM7ARX. Appreciate you watching.
Buy a device. I started out, I was the first person to play with Meshtastic in my county, and you buy a device. If there's established a mesh network already, immediately once you set your name and your LoRa region, the map will start to populate, and you'll get a list of people out there and just start sending messages. It's super simple. So simple enough that my ex-wife can use it on her phone. But yeah, it buy a device. I suggest now, not just because I sell Seed Studio devices, give you a little background on how I got where I'm at now. We had the big freeze, and I was looking for, we were without power for about 18 hours at a hilt, on for about 2 hours, off for 18 hours, on for 2 hours. No cell phone, no internet, no nothing, no power. And at the time, I wasn't licensed, so I had no means of communicating with the outside world. Since then, I got my license. Well, I started seeing all these videos about Meshtastic, and I'm like, man, let's see if this will work out here. So I bought a device, and there was nothing. And I was just staring at my device going, okay, I've got a device. So then I bought a second device so I could talk to myself. That was kind of weird. But then I was like, hey, let's see what we can do. So I got my buddy Patrick, and I built a solar node. He built a solar node. And this was back when it was, you had to buy a board, you had to build a case, you had to buy a battery, you had to buy an antenna, you had to piece it all together. So he built a solar node, put it at about 35 feet. I built a solar node, put it at about 35 feet. And we were able to communicate at about 15 miles apart. Now, we both had high gain antennas, and it was up high, but I was like, hey, that works. So then we built another one, put it on our club repeater tower. And then we built another one and put it on a buddy's tower. And then we have these 4 devices throughout the county that could, see one could see 2. Each one of them could see 2 devices, but we could actually send messages around. That's when we started looking at, okay, we've got kind of county coverage. I'm the vice president of our ham radio club. Patrick's the president. I'm also the county liaison for Texas Department of Emergency Management. And I was like, I wonder if we could use this for emergency management. It's encrypted. It's license free, because one of our radio teams that we utilize for emergencies is actually the GMRS guys. So they can't use APRS, but they can use this. And we started trying to figure things out, but everything had a compromise. It had a 3D printed case that would melt on the dash of a truck in Texas, or, you had to build all this stuff together. And then Seed Studios came out with this guy. And I got on the pre-order list. I was one of the first people to get one. And it was perfect. It's waterproof. It beeps at you when it lets you know when it has a message. It's got about a 2-day battery life. So we bought 5 of them, right? And then we started trying to use them during events, whether it be like a big fire or a parade or whatever. And I'd pull up MeshSense, which is a program by Affirmatech. It's free. Just have to download it. Same guys that make N3FJP. And now at an event, I can hand these out to the guys and see on a map where everybody's at. And I was like, well, this is sweet, because now I can see where all of my operators are at without actually having to talk to them. Now we do health and welfare checks exclusively over Meshtastic. I can send a message out, and anybody who's been in Incom, when you do a health and welfare check, if you got 20 guys out in the field, it could take 20 minutes to try and get each one, because one guy's standing on the corner talking to a pretty girl, ignoring his radio. Another guy bumped his VFO and is on a different channel. Now I can send a health and welfare check. This beeps, their phone beeps, they answer back, and it frees up 15 minutes of airtime that we can actually use the radio for an event or an emergency. Then they came out with the HazCom kit, and they sent an email out to everybody who had purchased anything and said, hey, we're going to develop a HazCom kit. We'd like people to help. I sent SEEED Studios an email about how we were using this device. And next thing you know, I've got a meeting with Eric, the CEO of SEEED Studios, our emergency management coordinator, and a representative from Texas Department of Emergency Management. And he gives me one of their MCOM kits and a handful more. So now we have a dozen of them that we hand out. That they started coming out to our events to see what we were doing, because this was a different aspect of Meshtastic that they'd never seen. One of the representatives asked me if I'd like to be an ambassador for SEEED Studios, and I said sure. And this year I've gotten to go to all 3 major Hamfests and talk about Meshtastic. But so there's a history behind this device where I tell everybody that this is the device to start out with. It's not the best. It doesn't have an external antenna. It doesn't, have the range of something that does. It doesn't have a high gain antenna, but best bang for your buck. I mean, sub $50. It's waterproof. Dude tested, which I guess he was ham radio dude. Dude tested.
Ham radio, yeah.
On this.
Yeah, he tested it.
Yeah, ran over it with his truck, threw it out of his truck window, hit it with a pressure washer, and it still worked. So,
hey, Dave.
Yes, sir.
We got a question in the chat, and it's from KFV40G. He said, "Will it work without internet?"
Yes, that's the whole point. Is there is no internet involved at all. Your phone can be on airplane mode with the only thing that has to be turned on is Bluetooth. And that's because there is a Bluetooth connection between the device and your phone so that your phone acts as an interface, right? And so you're able to send messages. You're able to see everybody who's on the network. You can even see a map of everybody that's on the network, which that's kind of washed out, but you can see a map. So this can be, you could go buy a dummy phone as long as it's got Bluetooth and you can download the app to it. At that point, the only thing that's being used is the Bluetooth as an interface for this, so that you can do all the stuff and things to be able to talk to people, change the configuration, and utilize the device.
Helps to unmute the mic.
Quick question, Dave.
Yeah.
What version firmware are those units using?
This one's actually got an alpha version that
the credit card.
The latest beta.
Is it?
Yeah. Meshtastic is constantly evolving. So that's one thing you are going to have to do is periodically update the firmware on the device. I don't know out of the box. They try and put the latest firmware, but it kind of depends on when this was made in the manufacturing process, at what version. But it does come preloaded with Meshtastic, and it'll work right out of the box. I always tell everybody, check the firmware, update the firmware, because they're constantly adding functions and features. Example is, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was going to say, AA4OL asked a few minutes ago, what do these cost? And you can probably give me a better range, but I know anywhere from $50. I've seen them to $150, $250.
So yeah, it depends on who makes it. Everything from SEEED Studios except for our P1 Pro is sub $100. Most of them, this guy, not in this case. This is a case that I had Alley Cat design for me, but like this device is $43. This, depending on where you buy it, if you order it through the website, it's $34, and then you pay shipping. At the Ham Show, we were selling them for $50, so $50. Everything SEEED Studios is sub $100, and the only reason why the P1 Pro Solar Note is $105 is the tariffs kind of beat them up when they were shipping them over, so they had to up the price a little bit.
Yeah, I saw that because I went to go buy it, and I waited, and it was $89. I waited.
Yeah.
The next day I went back and it was 105, and I went, well, tariffs struck already.
Yep. And that's
They're
they're playing the tariff game. They're trying to move as much inventory from China to the California warehouse so that they can kind of the more they ship at once, the tariff kind of goes from individualized tariff on a device to a containerized estimated value of the tariff. So they're trying to play that game, and they're eating a lot of the tariff cost, but they can only eat so much, and then they have to pass it on.
Yeah, you can't be in business and not profit. As much as we wish that wasn't the case, that's just the reality of business. And with tariffs
I
being
can tell
the
you
way
this:
they
I
are,
wouldn't be eating the tariffs.
No.
that wouldn't taste nice, right?
No.
It wouldn't there's enough barbecue sauce for that.
Yeah.
it tastes like about like a $100 bill and a G string from a strip club.
Right.
God, you have to put that into my head. You need help.
Anyway, are those? I know those aren't the only two devices. Do you have any others that you wanted to show off?
We have. If I could share my screen, I had to pull up the
Please.
webpage because, like I said, we sold everything, so I have to go off the pictures. Share screen. Okay, that's the tips. I want to go window. That one. Let's close that.
There it
All
is.
right.
There you go.
There we go. So we have the solar node, right? It's really great. It's got a 5-watt solar panel, 4 18650 batteries. It's got the NRF chipset, which is actually this little itty bitty guy on the inside of it, and then a board that does all the processing and everything. Underneath at the bottom, all your user buttons and USB port and LEDs are all visible from the bottom of the device, so you can actually see it from the ground and what it's doing. Like I said, it's $100 ish for the loaded one. I think the 104. If you go without the GPS and battery, $70. And I tell everybody that you don't necessarily need the biggest bang for the buck. You don't need the GPS. It's an infrastructure node, so it's going to be put up somewhere high, and it's just going to sit there and do its thing. If you really want to let everybody know where it's at with the app on the phone, you can tell it where it's at, and it'll ping on the map in a specific spot. But as an infrastructure node, you really just want it to let it do its thing in the background. It doesn't need to announce where it's at and who it is. It'll be on the list, and it'll do everything it needs to do without being on the map.
Can you turn that GPS off from being seen, even though you have it?
Yes, you can.
Capability? Okay.
Yeah, you can shut the GPS off, but that's where I was telling everybody. I mean, you don't need the GPS, and it's easier to ship these because they don't have batteries in them, and it takes 4 18650 batteries that you can find all over the internet, cheap.
Right.
So, then we have the P1, all right, which is also this guy right here. The picture is the P1 Pro, so it comes ready to go out of the box, battery, everything's assembled. $42, $43, ready to go. And it's the latest, greatest. The cool thing about the P1 is this is a joystick. So you can actually navigate through the menus on it with the joystick and go up, down, left, right. And at each one of the menus has a sub menu that you can operate with the joystick. All right. And then you can also send messages directly from the device. And with the alpha version of the software I have right now that they're testing, you can actually do free text and it pulls up a little keyboard and you can navigate through and type on it. This is the next generation of Meshtastic device, and it's the first actual device ever made specifically for Meshtastic. Everything else is a repurposed LoRaWAN or IoT device that happens to have the correct chipsets to be able to load the firmware. And it comes in different flavors. You can get it in the e-ink version. You can get it just the board, or you can get it with the OLED as a kit. and then print your own case and throw a battery on it and do what you want with it. And this is kind of the baseboard of that device. So you have your joystick right here. This is a user button. It has a Grove port, so you can actually add sensors to it. And it has a solar charge controller built into it. So you can plug a solar panel in one side, the battery plug is on the opposite side, and actually run this device as a solar node remotely. And it'll take a 5-watt solar panel directly into the device. And then, let's see, we can go ahead and kill the screen. And then we have our little baby Shao devices, which this is an entire Meshtastic node. Everything you need except for a battery. It's got the antennas, the NRF chip, the ESP32 chip. Of course, this is Bluetooth chip, so you can run it off of your phone. And you can either add a battery off to the back of it, or it's got the USB-C port to power it.
That thing is tiny.
Yeah.
I would lose that thing.
Smallest Meshtastic node ever made.
How many watts does that put out?
The same quarter to half watt that everything else does. So that gives you an idea of the size of the radio circuitry in these things, because they all kind of run off the same chipset. So,
and it's remarkable with the limited power output, how well these things work and how far they reach.
Oh yeah. The average device like this will get about 1.5 miles of open space.
Nice.
You start adding gain antennas. I think the world record right now is 300 plus kilometers.
Good God.
We're in America. Help me out.
Yeah,
I don't math on stream. But it obviously wasn't in the United States. But yeah, 300 plus kilometers. And that was mountaintop to mountaintop with Yagis, like stacked Yagis. But they got it done.
It's 186 miles. Yeah. That's insane.
Well,
for something this small?
Well, that was they were probably running a G2, a station G2.
Okay.
So they were probably pushing the full watt. But it still meant it was a watt or less, because it still met all the requirements. Now, I'm sure that wasn't ERP, because I'm sure they probably had a 20 dB gain Yagi pointing at each other. But so it wasn't ERP, but it was only a watt out of the device.
Yeah, but I will say, even without the Yagis, though, height is might.
That's right.
Because
absolutely.
I've got this one here, and it's not showing up good.
Yeah,
I've had multiple planes fly over 31,000 feet, and you would be amazed the nodes I'm seeing from connecting to that node on that plane at 31,000 feet. I've actually hit a node that's 175 miles away from me by going through that plane.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not suggesting you do this, but this guy right here happens to fit in between the window and a screen on an airplane. Just saying.
Hey, it's happening all the time. I live 5 minutes, or I think probably 2 miles as the crow flies from the Knoxville, Tennessee airport. And let me tell you, folks, all the time I'm getting random people sending messages, and they're either in Kentucky or Georgia or something like that, over an hour or over 100 miles away, and it's because of that airport. People are using these Meshtastic devices on airplanes. Now, that being said, I'm not endorsing that, because something tells me a pilot would not be thrilled with that concept, but it's happening.
I'm not
You'd
gonna
be surprised how many pilots have these in their windshield.
Exactly. Because the one person I'm talking about, it's the same person, and it's a regular pattern when he comes by.
Yeah. And it's kind of neat how many nodes you can pick up from 36,000 feet.
Right, that's mine.
Huh?
I said height is mine.
That's right.
Especially with these at the 900 megahertz.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hey, we do have several people joining. The numbers are popping up into the 30 range, which is pretty decent for an average typical stream. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Don't forget, we do have the super chat goal in place tonight. I need 9 more yellow super chats or better. Those are $10 or better. I'm going to give away an HT tonight. Somebody wants to win an HT. Y'all know what you got to do. So make me play that clip. I know Jason will love you if I start playing that clip.
Oh, yeah. I just don't need another HT. You can play the clip. Just don't give me another HT. I love you, but don't do it. Play the clip.
Not yet. We already did once for Dave. But y'all know what to do. If you want an HT, you know what you got to do. All right. And, what else you got, Dave? What other devices?
Well, that's kind of our lineup. Is we have the Show devices in NRF or ESP32. We have the indicator or the T1000. We do have the indicator.
I have one of those. I bought it from you.
Yeah. And I mean, it's really cool. It's all touchscreen. It's a little buggy. Like this was actually a IoT terminal, gateway terminal. That was its original purpose in life. But it'll load the Meshtastic firmware. This is all the traffic that people around here are kind of chatty. This is not the way it comes. This is a case by Alley Cat that she makes, and it's got a battery pack in the bottom of it so I can hold it up without having a big, huge cord around me. These are $70-$80. Really great. One of the things that I tell everybody, the first thing you do is it's got one of those antennas that will bend at 90 degrees. And if you guys watch last night's live stream from the kids table, Vince actually took one of those antennas apart because we were talking about it. And the SWR, when you bend it, the SWR goes from like a 1.2 to like 9.9. It gets horrible. Yeah. So if you're going to get one of these, get a little SMA 90 and put either their antenna straight up or another antenna on it to get it to work right.
Wow.
But those are pretty cool.
Wow.
We got some business to do. There's a question for you, but I've got something I got to take care of first.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 million man. All right, let's.
Frequency Frontiers, good to see you. Huntsville, $2 super chat. Unfortunately, doesn't count towards the super chat goal, but asks, when will the T1000 be back in stock?
All I've been told is they are in transit. So they are somewhere between China and the United States.
Oh, boy.
So they're in transit. And as soon as we can let you know as soon as they're available, but they're in transit.
But I will say, people are probably saying, well, SEEED's having the problem. No, there's multiple Chinese companies that I deal with for amateur radio and actually dealing with the companies. And I've had delays 3 times this summer.
Yeah.
Because
they're working around it. I mean, it's the cost of doing business.
I got a question for you, Dave.
Yeah.
You said the system runs on Bluetooth, right? And everything?
Correct.
If you have a ham radio that's Bluetooth, could you run it off that?
No. Has to be an Android or an iPhone. It can be.
It was worth a shot.
Yeah.
It is important to note too. I don't know if you noted this or not, Dave, but you actually do not have to have an amateur radio license for these devices.
No, and that's what I was trying to say in the very beginning. Is it's the 900, the ISM band of the 900 megahertz band, the ISM portion of it, and it's totally license free. That's why the GMRS guys are picking up on these a lot because it's a toy that they can play with. I promote these as camping tools. If you're going to go out hiking, everybody tag one of these onto your backpack. There may not be cell service, but you should be able to talk to each other. There's a lot of other uses.
We learn about that camping up there at Monte Sano with all the constant.
Well,
yeah.
And I don't know if
I saw the videos.
but there probably some people are going to find out that you can use your ham license and get higher power, different frequencies. I would not recommend it.
Yes, I tell everybody not to. There is a checkbox under device that says licensed operator. And all of us want to push that because I've got a license. So I'm going to push that because I have a license. We, as amateur radio operators, are not allowed to transmit encrypted traffic.
Yes,
and
true.
Meshtastic is encrypted. Even Longfast has a very short 8-bit encryption, but it's encrypted. The rest of the channels are either 128 or 256-bit encrypted. So when you click that licensed operator, it turns the encryption off. Well, everybody else is running encrypted, so you lose communication with everybody else who's using Meshtastic.
Don't hit the checkbox. Got it.
So don't hit the checkbox. There are uses for it, but you're not going to, unless you buy a Station G2 and hack it, you're not going to find a device that's going to transmit more than 30 dBm anyways, which is the limit. So there's really no advantage to checking the licensed operator box because you lose everybody else, and it's unencrypted at that point. And that's the benefits of these is 128 to 256-bit encryption, secure off-grid decentralized communications. I mean, that's the bag. That's what this is all about. And when you start checking boxes like that, it just turns it into another radio. And now you have to have other people that check the box, which we did see at Huntsville. One of the devices, I had a guy come up to me and he clicked the box and he actually saw about half a dozen nodes, which means there was 6 guys out there that all checked the box. While there was, I don't remember, I think I saw at the highest point about 115 nodes on regular Meshtastic that was encrypted.
I don't know about with the SEEED, but I actually tested that just because I wanted to see if you check the box and if you brought it back on a rack wireless. That rack wireless is in my junk box now.
Well, all you have to do is
never get it. I could never get it to come back properly to the encryption. I mean, I might be able to reflash it and stuff, but
yeah, that's you. It's not dead completely, but
no.
After you click the box, the only way to bring it back to normal is to reflash it.
Yep.
And flashing's not that hard.
Oh no,
Well,
it's
no, I know it's not
process.
super easy. I mean, I could grab a device real quick and show you. I mean, it's 4 or 5 mouse clicks, and it's done.
That board. The reason it's in my junk box is because that was a test board. Period.
Okay.
And I just haven't had time to mess with it. I've got other rack wirelesses. That was just the one that I decided out. You know what? I'm going to find out. Everybody's raving, well, ham radio, because you can get into the UHF frequency, because you can bring it down into UHF frequencies.
Most of these chipsets will actually go from about 400 megahertz all the way through the 900 megahertz.
But unless it's like a MCOM situation where you got all hams there that you can put it, I don't see the benefit of using it.
There's really not. I have yet to find, because with what we do now, we go on a separate channel. When we use our devices, it's on a separate channel and a secure frequency and a secure channel, right? Separate frequency, secure channel. We're completely away from the rest of the Meshtastic grid. Mm-hmm. And that's specifically so that, 1, we don't have extra traffic. 2, we're not reporting information out on a public channel. And it just makes it just us. And we can go with the 256-bit encryption because it's allowed. So yeah, that's when with Incom, you want to change it to a different frequency, create a private channel with 256-bit encryption. And it's actually been, we have had meetings with our club because we're using it for Incom, have had meetings with Homeland Security and the FBI wanting to double check what we're doing and make sure it's all on the up and up. And when we got done talking to them about it, I'm like, oh, cool. Yeah, do your thing. Because it is not tied to anything else, right? It's its own little world and its own little bubble. One of the worries that they had was, well, can it crosstalk? Are you tying it to government equipment? No, it's personal cell phones, which are already probably hacked by foreign governments anyways.
Oh yeah, all day long.
And little devices that, I mean, unless China wants to send another balloon, they're not going to hear what we're saying.
Oh, good God, Daddy. Yeah.
They got balloons over us all the time. I got news for y'all. All the
Oh,
time.
yeah.
We just don't know it. As citizens, I guarantee the CIA knows it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna tell you nothing about that.
Mm-mm.
But the government can do a lot of really neat stuff, but the way these work, it's they even admitted it's extremely hard because it is a spread spectrum burst, right? It just kind of goes of information, and then another guy, and there's public keys and shared keys and a bunch of different layers of encryption. It's extremely difficult to hack.
Yeah.
They have a hard
Yeah,
time.
because it's hard for them, because I work in IT, and being 128 and 256 encryption, being the just a quick burst, it's hard for them to get a signal to try to crack that code.
Yeah, because it's such a short burst, and if it's me transmitting that short burst, I have a public key, right? And then I have, if it's a private channel, I have another key for that channel. Now, if I send a message and they listen to it, they start to try and decrypt it, and then my buddy replies to that same channel, there's 2 more encryption keys now that they're having to deal with. So, and I forget the name of it, but it's a special type of encryption that uses, like, there's an encryption key between 2 devices if they message. There's an encryption key per device, and then which is a public key, and then there's an encryption key for each channel. So there's multiple layers of encryption to make it really difficult. And GPMEC, yes, that is a perfect starting point. You'll get this guy, right, the L1 Pro, in their case, which is perfectly fine. And P1 Pro solar node, if you want the GPS and the batteries right out of the box, go for it. You don't have to. You can go with the lesser option without the GPS and buy some 18650s and throw it in it. So you don't necessarily have to buy the top of the line solar node because it's infrastructure. And with that, it's a good segue. If he's going to buy these 2 devices, a lot of people want to put, oh, I've got a solar node and I'm going to put it on my roof, so it needs to be a repeater. And no, there's different layers, and this is where I kind of geek out a little bit. It's different layers of device roles, and each one of those roles has a different way of rebroadcasting. So the top role on the list is repeater. Now, a repeater will get a message and immediately broadcast it back out, right? Just boom, boom, boom. If you have more than one repeater in the same geographic area, then imagine I'm broadcasting and going, hey guys, I'm out there, and you have these are repeaters. They're both going to retransmit at the exact same time, and so they're going to create a collision, and they're going to create nothing but noise on that frequency, and my message isn't going to go anywhere. And because they rebroadcast it, nobody else will. So repeaters are reserved for very high remote locations, mainly to try and get, like, if you have a mountain and you have 2 groups, you put a repeater in the middle and that links the 2 groups together. That's really the only time you use repeater. Then you have router. Router rebroadcast, it has a timing mechanism in it that, depending on the signal strength that it receives, it will rebroadcast that a little bit later than a repeater. Then you have client. Now, same thing with a router. If I'm right here and I have 2 routers that are picking me up about the same, they're both going to rebroadcast at the same time, and they're going to create a collision. Then you have client. That's what 99.9% of the time you're going to use. My solar node up on the roof is a client because it's just another device in the mesh. It's just going to work on the regular algorithm and pass traffic without, doing anything. And so client. Then you have client mute. Client mute is on client mute. Because I have that solar node up on the roof, I'm letting it do all the traffic. It's rebroadcasting everybody's stuff and everything else. I can send and receive messages, but I'm not trying to rebroadcast those messages, right? Because the solar node's going to do that. So you do a client mute when you have more than one device. You leave one as client mute so that they don't try and rebroadcast at the same time. And there's an algorithm with client that works effectively pretty well, where it takes the signal strength of the signal that it received, and then that starts a timer. And so the weaker the signal, the faster it rebroadcasts, attempting to push it as far as possible. Right. So if it gets a strong signal, it's going to wait quite a while to rebroadcast it. And we're talking milliseconds, but it's going to wait longer than if it got a weak signal. And that is because it uses flood routing. That is so that the further away device is now pushing your traffic even further, as opposed to bouncing it back. And so device roles are very important. How is the node database stored on the device? He's just.
Hey, Dave, quick question. So
Yeah.
sometimes people are referred to them as relays. Is that relay the same as a repeater?
So that's a name brand. If you Spec 5 has the relay,
Yep.
and
Okay.
they boast it as it's a relay because it's got a little solar node and it can do stuff. That's
Yep.
a client. And
Okay.
like I said,
So
everything
that's just a client, not a repeater then at that point.
correct.
Okay.
Because you won't be able to get that little device up and far away and high enough for it to really work in a repeater or router mode.
Okay.
So it's a client.
And speaking of the relay, I talked to several folks at Huntsville, and we don't want to make this show about Spec 5 by any stretch of the imagination. They've got their place for sure, but I spoke to several people at Huntsville, and I have a relay out there, and I'm having the same problem that a lot of people are having with the relay. Mine's just quit working altogether. And because it's out there mounted to a post or mounted to a pole about 20 feet high, it's going to be a pain in the neck to pull that thing down and figure out what's going on with it. So
Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed with it. I'm curious to pull it down and see what's happened with it. But yeah, something like that should not be designed to you have to take it down at any sort of frequency to
Right. And my solar node has been up since Dayton. Haven't had to touch it. Now, just like every device, here pretty soon I'm going to have to yank it off the roof, update the firmware, put it back up on the roof, because they are making changes periodically. And some of them I watch the stream of on GitHub of what everything's doing. And there are some very influential and strategic changes that they make, but they'll let everybody know, hey, when they go from 2.6 to 2.7, that's when you need to upgrade your firmware, because they've made incremental changes. And then there's a drastic change. Like when they went from 2.5 to 2.6 is when they changed the type of encryption. And so that was a must-have firmware update so that everybody was able to do the encryption and handshake and everything else. When they go from 2.6 to 2.7, that'll be a must-have firmware update. The little ones in between, you can normally, unless there's a feature that you really want that happens to be part of that package, just let it roll. And those big firmware updates are about quarterly. At the most frequent is quarterly. Sometimes they're a little bit further drawn out. I know 2.7 will be coming out soon, and that'll be a must-have where they'll actually, the app on your phone will tell you, hey, the firmware is too old. You need to update it before you can use your device.
Okay, so you can't just say, I'm going to leave it at 2.6. I'm not going to touch it again. You're going to have to update a little bit more once in a while.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it becomes unusable.
Correct.
Okay.
It will still work. I'll admit, I've got a solar node on a 40-foot tower that has been running for about a year with no firmware update. And it still does the thing. It just doesn't do it as effectively as it should.
Sure. Gotcha.
But
So, a couple questions in the chat here. Buckle up, let's go. I love that name there. How is the node database stored on the device to reach a different message recipient?
okay, a direct message recipient. And what it does is, my phone's charged enough now. you'll end up, the nodes will start to populate, right? And every node that you see, like I said, San Antonio, we've got a pretty extensive network. When you look right up here, and I don't know if I'll be able to get it to focus, you can kind of see that there's a little green lock, right?
Yep.
That little green lock means that my device and that device have exchanged encryption keys, and it's now available on the direct message list. So once you exchange encryption keys, then they populate over here into the direct message list, and I can direct message any one of these individuals. And it is stored in the device itself, in the memory of the device. So if it's rocking and rolling, it's doing its thing, and you don't have the Bluetooth connected to your device, when you reconnect to your device, it will actually have all of that on there, and you'll see everything populate, right, once you connect to it via Bluetooth. So it's all stored within the device.
Excellent. Chris, Radio and Life, says great stuff, guys. And at KB5UTY, Dave does a great job explaining. Yes, he does. This is the most clear explanation of Meshtastic I've ever heard. So that's...
Yeah, 'cause I never understood it at all. You just opened up a new world to me, because I thought Meshtastic was my gnome sitting on my front porch here. You've opened up my eyes. Thank you, sir.
Awesome. Frequency Frontiers is back asking, what are the thoughts of an external antenna on a node?
Okay, so they're different things. I mean, obviously, you have this external antenna, right? Much better than the antenna here. It's got a little dipole up here in the top of it, little kind of folded over dipole. But obviously, this is better. But I think what he's implying is, the next thing was a base antenna, an LMR 400. LMR 600. We have tested, and at that point you're playing the gain game, right? You're going to have loss through the cable. At 900 megahertz, everything is lossy.
Pretty much.
Try and keep it under 20 feet if you can, but then you play the gain game. And so you put a higher gain antenna, like a 9 dB antenna, because you're going to lose 2 dB in the cable, right? And so you play the gain game, so your ERP is actually better than it was coming out of this antenna. And that's the balance. We've got one on a tower with 40 foot of LMR 600 and a 9 dB antenna on top of it, and it works like a champ. That's the one that is on our repeater tower, and that thing just rocks. And because it's up so high, it gets about 15, 20 miles of coverage. And just works great. So hell, even our solar node has the upgraded antenna kit, which I keep wanting to grab and show you guys, but I don't have one because we sold them. But yeah, we sell a 3 dB antenna kit for our solar node, where, let's see, I go back to here. Window, this guy. So if you look here, right, this mount, actually it has the SMA mount for this antenna, and it has right next to it, there's a hole for an NMO mount, specifically so you can add either LMR 600 and locate the antenna up high, or you can mount directly to it and put a higher gain antenna directly on the base. They sell the 3 dB kit with the cable and everything for $13, and it gets you a 3 dB antenna. So better gain, better. Mine that I have on my roof has a 7 dB gain antenna. So yeah, do it.
So the minimum would be like a 3 dB gain, Mr. Dave?
Pardon that? What was that?
A 3 dB gain would be probably your minimum antenna you want to use.
Well, yes. Yeah. If you're going to go with an extra internal large fiberglass stick antenna, 3 dB or better. And you can even do a Yagi. If you really want to, if you're in a spot where you're so far remote from everybody and you know that there's an elevated node that you just can't quite hit, do the same thing with that solar node, tie it to a 900 megahertz Yagi, aim it right at that other node, and get connected.
I gotta tell you before you go, Jason, the chat is going nuts with questions and different things. One thing I want to do is note that Dave Hillbilly Ham had to step out, so I appreciate him joining us this week. We'll see him next week, and we've got a little business to take care of here. Let's do it.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man. All right, let's.
Look at you photobombing behind Mean Gene there. Ham out. You're a new one here. Appreciate you. $10 or well, $9.99. That does count towards the super chat goal, guys. We still got 8 more super chats to get, and we only have about 45 minutes to get those super chats in. So 8 more super chats that are yellow or greater, and I'm going to give away an HT here in a little while. So make it happen, guys. We're getting closer and closer. 8's quite a hill to climb, but we'll get there. Let me get back to the chat here. And that was just a tip in a tip jar. Didn't even have anything to say. So appreciate that. GP Mech says Laura Wan Helium versus Meshtastic. Frequency Frontier says County has 5 nodes. He owns 3. Looking for 8-ish miles to connect the next node. That's awesome. There's Dave signing out. He's got to get ready for the Hamfest tomorrow, so understand that. Pepe's in the house, channel member. By the way, you can join the channel memberships down below. Just hit the join button, and we've got channel memberships as low as $2.99 a month, so that's one way to support the channel. Pepe asked, besides this video now, very cool how you explain everything so a dummy can understand it. Is there a good tutorial for dummies?
Not really. You can go to the Meshtastic website, www.meshtastic.org, and they don't start small, which is the big problem, is they go all the way into the nuts and bolts and deep into how everything works. And it can be a little overwhelming when you first start out, when you're just like, well, I just want to know what it does. And they go into frequency slots and all sorts of crazy stuff that nobody ever really cares about. That's why I try and do what I'm doing now and I do have a YouTube page. It's got 3 videos on it. One of them is taking our solar node from the box to the pole and all the steps that are required with it. Then 2 different upgrade videos. One is adding the external antenna kit, and the other one is adding a environmental sensor, because our solar node actually has a provision built into it where you can take a BME 280, I think that's the model number, temperature, humidity, and barometric pressure sensor, and it plugs right in, and there's a little slot for the ribbon cable and a spot in the box for it.
Nice.
And so those are my videos, but I am going to start coming out with kind of the dummies guide to Meshtastic, because if you build it, they will come. We did it at our county, and we went from the 4 original nodes to there's over 300 combined between 2 counties now, and growing daily. So don't be discouraged. If you have a device and like Frequency Frontiers that you own most of the network, just keep them up, because the biggest thing that happens, and I've heard a lot of people say this in San Antonio, is I bought a device, I turned it on, and I didn't see anybody, so I shut it back off, right? And they never turn it on again. Leave it on, right? If you don't see anything, leave it on, because the next guy that shows up, when he turns his device on, he'll see somebody, and then you'll see him, and then it'll just grow from there.
Right. Well, let me pause you right there. Otherwise, these are going to stack up, and we're going to have 30 minutes worth of clips playing here. So we'll start off with GP Mac, new channel member. Play the clip.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man. All right, let's.
Appreciate him joining the channel. Jason, tipping the tip jar, $10 there. Play the clip.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 million man. All right, let's.
Andy says in the chat, a super hat explosion. That'd be interesting to see a hat explode, but I get you. I get you. Then we got one final here. GP Mac back with the 10. What HT am I giving away? Thanks for the show tonight. Very informative. Well, first.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 million man. All right, let's.
GP Mac, appreciate the 10 there. We are now 6 away, 6 super chats, yellow or greater. Those are 10 or greater from doing about said an HF radio. That's at 10,000. An HT giveaway. I haven't decided yet. I need to let these guys chat and start cruising the interwebs and seeing what I can find here. But keep them coming, guys. We'll get we'll get it going here and see what I can figure out. So,
all right. Well, I did see Ham Out had a question.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I
yeah.
meant to circle back there. Go ahead with that. I have 2 Meshtastic, and now I can send to my wife and see she gets it, but she can't send a message back. I have reset everything on the phone and the Meshtastic.
So a couple things could be. One is sometimes a firmware won't load correctly, and it will act funny. That is the most common thing that I see is if something glitches in your computer when it's transferring the file from one folder to the other to do the firmware update, it could be a glitch, right? So that's step one, or that's one thing. The other thing is depends on how fast you're trying to do that, because when you start rebooting and resetting and updating firmware, it generates new encryption keys. And if those two devices have not done the handshake of the encryption keys, like maybe she's received your encryption key, but you haven't received hers, then it depends on what the error message is that you get. If she tries to send it and it just never goes anywhere, reboot the firmware or reload the firmware and try again. If she gets a undeliverable or an encryption error, wait a little bit longer. Sometimes it takes these, depending on the version of firmware. These used to transmit 3 years ago when I started. They used to transmit about every 15 minutes, right? Because of the density of networks that are being created now, they've changed the "Hey, I'm here" message to about an hour, right? So it could take, if you can imagine, for the nodes to fill in, it could take up to an hour before that exchange happens and you can actually direct message somebody. So give it some time. If it still doesn't work and you don't have that little green, if you don't have the little green lock, then you haven't exchanged encryption keys. If it has the green lock and it's just not working and it's not getting where, redo the firmware on hers, and then give it a couple hours and then try again.
Interesting, and for some reason I'm muted all the way around.
Hey, David.
I have the giveaway. I know what the radio is going to be. Let's see if we can motivate the super chats a little bit. How about a DMR radio? How's a DMR radio sound, guys? Let's we're going to do the Baofeng DM1701. Baofeng DM1701. DMR, analog, VHF, and UHF. So need 6 more super chats, yellow or greater. Those are $10 or greater, and we will do the DMR radio right here live.
So are you looking for a cumulative amount? Like does a 50 count as 5?
Good. That's up to Josh.
Let me go back here.
Hey, Dave, real quick before
Yes,
I forget.
Oh, we might not have to. There we go.
I knew Taurus was going to do it. My team.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 million man. All right, let's.
It's a Baofeng.
Okay, right.
Does that make it a goat? Where's Andy? That sounds like a goat thing. Back.
Yeah, that sounds. Well, I was going to say, Dave, I got a vision while you were talking about, Fantastic for Dummies. For the book for you. Yellow book, Fantastic in front, and Fantastic for dummies.
I've
Just
thought
like-
about it. The
like they
one
got-
problem with a book or anything documented is things are changing very fast.
Yes.
So what you put in a book today could be irrelevant 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, that makes sense. Or
Because-
video would be better.
Videos would work. At the
And-
time of this recording,
Cheap.
Sheep,
Hey.
back, goat, meh. No kidding.
I mean, really. You need help, Andy. But you were saying, Dave.
so yeah, and that's where my channel, I'm very good at explaining to people with questions. My problem is sitting here staring at a camera trying to explain everything. I don't know what to explain. But if you start keying me in different directions, which is why I try and have interactive conversations with people about it, is everybody has a different level of understanding, and I
And everybody
know
learns
how
different too, yeah.
everybody learns different, and the question you ask will tell me how I should answer the question, if that makes sense. Which is why I love live streams, but hate trying to do videos. Because if you watched my video on the unboxing, now, granted, I did that as a special request for SEEED Studios. Full
Right.
disclaimer, they asked me to do it. And they had some things that they wanted me to go over specifically, right? So I went through that stuff. But basically what they asked for is from the box to the pole, how do you do it?
Right.
And so I did. And it's 15 minutes long, and I watch it and think it's kind of boring. But it's very thorough. If you watch that, if you don't know anything about Meshtastic and that device, I walk you through pulling it out of the box to operating it on your phone to getting it activated to getting it on the air from start to scratch, or
That's all on your page, you said?
yeah, which
Okay.
is KB5UTY at YouTube, however that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something. Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. Look
Yeah.
up my call sign and Dave on YouTube, and you'll get me.
Got it. I'll check it out, boss.
Awesome. Well, we'll keep talking a little bit more Meshtastic as questions come through. But I do want to go ahead and extend an invite. We haven't had a chance to do this in a couple of weeks. One, because I was gone to Huntsville. The other, because I had the
thing.
where I gave away the radio a couple of weeks ago. But we need to do a trading post. We haven't done that in a little while. So I'm dropping a link in the chat. If you have something to buy or sell, only use the link in the chat if you have something to buy or sell, or trade for that matter. You will need to come on camera, and you have to be willing to ship. Those are the only real 2 rules. Other than that, it just really needs to be ham radio related. We'll accept drones, thanks to Marvin. We'll accept computers too. So anything that might have to have something to do with amateur radio. We'll bring our own super chatter in here, Michael M3NF or MFL.
Hey, I was invited.
I did invite you. You're
Hey,
welcome.
John, quick question on
Yeah.
that.
What?
Can we do free stuff, or does it have to be money-wise?
I don't care. It's not my money. If you want to give something away, give something away.
Well, I'm thinking about it. I'll probably give me to the next streaming Thursday. But a possibility, I'm not saying I'm going to do it. I'm still thinking about it. But I might give away my FT891 for free. I don't know yet. I'm still contemplating on it because it's my birthday.
Did he just say an 891?
Yes,
What
I said FT891.
What is it Sanford used to say? I'm coming, Alice, or something like that? Because that's about what's about to happen. You're not serious.
Yes, I'm dead serious. Look at my eyes. Does it look like I'm joking? Yes, I said I'm contemplating on giving away my FT891. I just got this 710, and I can pretty much do everything I need to do, POTA, digital, FT8, whatever I need. I just recently won a radio, and I'm gonna keep it hush hush, but I want it, but I gave it away again. And I gave it away to possibly a new ham that's coming in.
Well, that's
because
awesome.
I got enough ACs that are crawling on my butt. I'm about to throw them across the street. Okay, I love my ACs, but I'm getting too many. But no, I'm contemplating on maybe doing that, and I'm doing that because I want to help people get into this hobby. And there's a lot of people out there that can't afford a radio like that or something.
So hold on to it. This is just me. This is what I would do. Hold on to it, and when you meet a new ham, give it to them. I have multiple radios that I wait to meet a new ham, right? A guy just starting, and I'll give him a radio. Now, I'm sorry, Josh. I don't want to mess up the. Are you frozen? No. Okay.
No, he's picking. He's like,
I don't want to take away from your stream and the fact that there could be a radio giveaway, but that's what I would do. And 899
like I
is an amazing
I'm
radio.
still contemplating about it because, like I said, it was my first HF, and like every ham I've talked to, they still got their first HF radio, and I don't care if it's got dust out up to your head, they still got it. But it's just a thought.
Well, there is, and Hillbilly Ham agrees. These people say they're leaving, but yet they're still hanging out. There's Andy and there's Dave, but that is definitely a great thought. Dave, you're not wrong on that at all.
Well, that's where I was going to.
There's one other thing that we could consider, and we can talk a little bit more about it off air if you want, but we could set it up. If you did want to do it on stream, because if I'm being honest, it will help. It'll help here big time. But there's one thing that we could do. We could limit it to people that have gotten their license within the past year.
Brand new technicians, like no more than 6 months.
I don't think I would offer. I mean, I don't think I would advertise it to technicians because there's not a lot a technician can do on an FT891.
Well, see, the nice thing about FT891, even if there's a technician, they can grow into it.
Oh, of course they can. Of course they can. But, and that is something we can verify, whether or not they've recently got their license.
Right.
That database is out there. So that's something to think about. It's your thing. You do what you want. But, we'll
like I said, I'm still thinking about it. If I do it, I like the what's it called that you use to do the raffle. I love that giveaway too. It's so cool, and that way I don't have to put the pressure on saying, okay, I'll use who we got right now. I don't have to worry about, is it going to go to this Dave, or is it going to go to Josh or Marvin over there somewhere, or my TO, or it's going to go to me. I don't want that. I want the system to make it easier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And we would have to.
And that way I'm not the bad guy saying, I gave it to Dave, but then someone come up, well, you didn't give it to me. I'm trying to keep this where it's fair.
Yeah.
No repercussion afterwards.
We would verify instantly whether or not it's a new ham or not. But we'll talk more about that offline. I don't want to.
Like I said, I'm still contemplating about it. I don't know yet. But I'm just going to throw that in the hat for right now. That's all I have to say about that. And I'll pass the mic back to you, Josh.
Sounds good. Haven't had anybody sign up or join that has anything buy, sell, trade unless any of you guys do. Dave, we know you got plenty to sell. So, which you've done that all.
Well, I've done that. And actually, I got rid of that TS2000 at Huntsville. So
sweet.
Yeah.
But I'm not crazy for saying that, fellas, am I?
It's your money and your equipment. You do as you see fit.
Well, I know that, but I'm not. It's not a crazy idea, and it's like, what are you doing? That's what I'm at.
It's a great idea to give it.
It's a great idea. It really is.
Yeah. And that's what
extremely generous. Extremely generous.
I've had so many hams like you help me out. I can't say how much I say about POTA Power has helped me out. I have adopted them. They're my mom and dad as TO. And I think TO's been adopted by them too, because it's Julie's my TO, and every time I say in the chat, it's my TO. That starts it. But what I'm saying is, I'm trying to pay it forward. Yeah, you are. Wait, yes, you are. But anywho, but I've had so much help, and money don't mean nothing to me, as you can see. I don't care about money.
Just saying.
Well, good for you.
That's not where I'm going, Josh.
Hey,
that's not where I'm going. But what I'm saying, I don't care.
Do I have to remind you of what the $1 Million Man says?
No.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing.
Yes, I know. I sleep and read the clip. But what I'm saying is, I've had so many. Go ahead, Taurus.
I just had a question for Dave. Jason, you continue, and when you're done, I have a question for Dave.
All right, I'm gonna finish it up real quick here. Basically, what the bottom line is, I don't give a crap about money. All right, to me, it don't matter. Where I'm going with this is, I've had so many people help me, and I don't know how to say thank you or pay them back, because I've had so many people help me. So I figured, as the saying goes, pay it forward. And I agree with Dave and everybody else, and Dave that's throwing in the chat here and there. I'm thinking the same thing. I want to go to a brand new ham. I don't want to go into no senior ham that's got a wall full of radios, and he's just gonna throw it up there. I want a new ham that's good, like, wow, But no, that's where I'm going. But go ahead. Go ahead, my TO.
First of all, who are you calling a senior ham?
You.
Oh, we could go down a rabbit hole with that. There's so many sad senior hams.
I've got 33 years as a ham radio operator.
It's the best thing I could come up with. It just, it came out.
And Dave, how much did you get for that TS2000?
I actually traded it for not a radio.
Okay, so value-ish. Value
about $1,000.
Nice. Wait.
Now,
I think I know who you got it from, or who you sold it to. I think
me and Jim had a.
Hey, Dave, I'm gonna make you cry. In 2021, I was at Huntsville. I think I'm on Josh's stream, not this Josh, but Crash Course Josh. He did a walk around stream, and that was 2021. I bought a TS2000 for $100. There was nothing wrong with it. It didn't have a power cable. It didn't have a microphone. It was just the radio. I paid $100 for it. The dude didn't know anything about it. Somebody picked it up for him and gave it to him.
Oh wow,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I bought that radio on I actually paid $1,200 for it, but it was for a silent key. So I didn't really care. I wanted a TS2000 at the time, and that money went to a good cause. So
yeah, they're fun little radios.
But then I've got so many radios and didn't really play with it. We do a 2-meter SSB net with our club once a week. And so I originally bought it for that because I can do 100 watts, 2 meters SSB. The TS2000s, when you get a bunch of them in a group trying to talk to each other on 2-meter SSB, they're old enough that they're all off frequency just a little bit, right? So, and everybody's spinning the dial, and so it just sounds like a bunch of Mickey Mouses talking to each other. So I went ahead and dropped the money and got me a 9700. And so that's when I was like, I got the 9700. It'll do 100 watt SSB. I don't need the TS2000. And I got a 357 for it. So
nice.
Yeah.
Nice guy. You're talking about...
That sounds like a halfway decent deal to me, sir.
Yeah.
No.
I was pretty happy with it.
Well, I've got to play the clip, but I think you made a mistake.
No, I did that. I did make a mistake on that one, but I do want to say something real quick. Bob in the chat, you're welcome.
Yeah, let me highlight that real quick. I showed that a minute ago. Bob says, no matter what, thank you for even considering it as a new ham. It's great to see how awesome this community is. And guys, that is why I am a ham. This community is fantastic.
It's like we call it sometimes family, kind of like family. It's family.
Yeah, we're a big happy family. We might all get along, but the one thing we do is we all meet in the middle every time.
Yeah.
Even if I call the wrong names, Melvin, Marvin, whoever, but we're still family.
Speaking of family,
money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 million man. All right,
thanks for the tip, Jason.
Oh, you didn't see that, did you?
I've got 2 SDR radios that I'm looking for, and I can't find them any place because they're about the size of my index finger. And I'll be damned if I can't find them. And they were sitting right here.
You can find your head as an axe. What are you talking about?
So to Dave's question earlier, I did make a decision. 5 more super chats, yellow, which are 10 or better, or a cumulative total of $60 more worth of super chats, and I'll give away the HT. So
all right. So how much you got so far?
60 more, not 60.
Oh.
Yeah,
well, I threw 20 more, so that'd be 40 more.
Huh?
What?
Never mind.
Never mind the math.
Go.
Never mind the math.
Oh, thank you, Pepe, for your comment.
Pepe says, give the radio as a gift to a newbie in the neighborhood. Only with your help to get to know the device will the gift be truly valuable to a beginner. It's interesting.
Good point.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pepe. We'll keep that in mind.
Send them the manual on a thumb drive.
There you go. Here you go. Good luck.
I'm not UTO. Was that Tio said that?
Yeah. So, Dave, you're talking about the TS2000. I've got an interesting story from Huntsville, and that's since we don't have anything coming through the. Hang on. I got to do some business.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 million man. All right,
Dave for the 20. Keep it going. I don't have a DMR radio. We are now. We need $40 more cumulatively, right, or 4 $10 super chats.
Thanks, Marvin, for that. For doing that 40. That through his head. Now he's gonna do that all night.
We're getting there. We're getting there. But anyway, what I wanted to tell you about, Dave, is you're talking about the TS2000. This is why I thought I knew who you might have sold it to. I had a buddy of mine who somehow, I don't know how he pulled this off. He found a Kenwood TS2000 at Huntsville, new in the box.
Oh,
okay, you got me intrigued now.
Got it for $800.
Oh,
are you serious?
Wow.
He said, granted, it was still in the box. However, the box was opened to display it, but plastic still on it, brand new. Wow. Insane. That right there might be the deal of the Hamfest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you mention that, Josh? Are you all right? Let me ask. Give me a show of hands. How many of you walked around in Gigaparts?
Oh, none of the
Gigaparts.
You weren't there, were you, Michael?
No, I've been to Gigaparts though.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm talking about Huntsville. When you were at Huntsville, how many of you walked to Gigaparts, the store?
Well, just me and Dave were the only two at Huntsville.
There's only two there.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? You saw my radio sitting on a shelf.
The 891?
No, the 710.
Oh, yeah. 710 is one of the most popular rigs out there. It's priced right. And it's got a fantastic receiver on. I think it was the number 4 Sherwood ring.
Yeah.
No,
number
3.
Number 3 for Sherwood. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 3 Sherwood. It goes 710. Then it goes DX10, 101P.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a number 3 because of the filter system, the capability, and what it can do. So far, I got today, and I've made 30 QSOs, and I'm impressed so far. It picks up weak signals a lot. I'm not dogging the FT891. but it picks it up a lot better than the FT891. But
yeah.
what I'm getting at is you saw this exact radio sitting on a shelf, and I got it for a good price.
I'm sure.
Would you like to? Well, you want to take a guess how much I got it for? And I did a lot of wheeling dealing.
$750.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
It was. I talked them down to 600, and they gave it to me for 720.
Nice, that's close.
Right.
But except if it was Price is Right rules, I would have lost because I went over.
You went with them. But no, I got that radio for 720, and this radio usually goes for 800 to above.
Okay, let's
Sorry,
circle
we're off topic. Yeah,
let's circle back to that. Is yours the field or the AESS?
it's the field. It's not the one with the speaker. I didn't care to get the speaker because basically I've heard other hams and videos. When you hook the speaker up, it does a high pitch squeal that will, the day Marvin's brother pulled his, headset off because of his, Marvin there echoing. But no, I got the field. It does not have the speaker, as you see. Just a radio. But also, the reason I didn't get it is because it tacks on to about $140, $150 to the price tag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's this that price of that speaker is ridiculous. I'm sorry.
It is ridiculous. Where I can go inside my room, give me a small speaker like this with a 3.5 jack or what size jack back, plug it in and do the same thing, because it's in fact the features that it's got in the ASC system. But no, it's a field system, a field radio, Josh.
Nice. Let me take care of some business here real quick.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 million man. All right.
There's your $60, because that's 40, and his 20, that's 60.
It doesn't tell me the monetary value of that, unfortunately. But you know
Really?
what? Yeah, for some reason it'll tell me like tomorrow after YouTube settles everything. But I'll take it. We'll call it met. But don't close.
Yes, five memberships is $34.95.
There you go.
Yep.
All right.
But on a final note, sorry.
Hang on, Jason. Let me take care of business here first.
Take it.
Let's welcome new channel members, courtesy of Turtis. Turtis. What is a Turtis? Tortoise. We've got Melvin and Turtis.
Yeah.
And
rubbing off on you.
I guess so. Gary Graham, welcome to channel membership. Mike Morey, KI4 MRC, welcome to channel membership. Rabbit Ham, welcome to channel membership. Corey, November 1 X-Ray Whiskey Sierra, welcome. And finally, Brant, KQ4 YHR, welcome. And all five, I'm happy that this turned out because I have not seen 4 out of those 5 before on the channel. So, guys, you welcome to the channel of being a channel member, and you can also be a channel member. We have channel memberships as cheap as $2.99. So, definitely, if you want more perks, and let me tell you about perks real quick, and then we'll get back into the conversation. And we're running up on 2 hours here soon.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all something. I've been doing something new. I've got a new strategy going on the channel. Let me get rid of this. I'm putting out a series of videos. I'm producing like 3 to 4 videos a day now. They're not all releasing that day, though. I'm scheduling them. If you want content early, any level of channel membership gets access to the videos I'm posting early. Jason, I know you've seen a few of them. I've seen you in the comment section already.
Oh yeah, I've seen them. Yeah,
So,
I've been seeing them.
We've got a new series coming out. It's going to be a series of about 26 videos, and I'm releasing them. I'm scheduling them out. I think they go out on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. I think I could be wrong about that. But if you're a channel member, you get access as soon as I post them. You don't have to wait for them to release automatically. So, channel members, that's a great benefit. You can join for as cheap as $2.99 a month. What else? This segment I wanted to kind of do a little bit of a Huntsville wrap up. Dave, since you're the only other one that was at Huntsville, did you come up with anything? Did you make any deals or find anything that you really wanted or interesting down there?
I wasn't able to order it till after the show. The gentleman that was right next to me, and I forget his call sign is his name, but he makes that 3D printed satellite rotor that you can hook an arrow antenna to.
I want one of those.
I apologize. It's at Cedar. I was actually able to contact him after the show, and I've got one of those on the way. I did get an Armalock cage. It sucks being right next to ICOM and right across from Armalock because I kept staring at their stuff all weekend. But I got a cage for my G90. And one of the highlights was actually on the way home. Buc-ee's now sells fishing shirts.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was going to comment on that earlier.
And it's got the zipper, and it's got the little flap to clean your glasses, and it's ventilated, and it's stretchy and comfy. So that was one of the highlights of the show for me. A lot of great people. I got to meet a lot of people that I've talked to online. The 4 days in August was amazing. Got to hang out with a lot of people that I've never met. And going back to the community of ham radio, there was not a single person that was not a friend up there on the mountain. It was amazing. But yeah, I sat in a booth for most of Huntsville, so I didn't really get to walk it. I did buy a mystery box from Gigaparts and got a 17-foot whip and some swag, but that was pretty cool. But yeah, so that's about it for me.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Well, and to tack on your point about the mountain, y'all, I didn't shoot a lot of footage on the mountain. I feel like all these YouTubers are on camera enough. So I really didn't want to shoot a whole lot of footage up there. I do have a video coming out on Sunday of the POTA meetup or the POTA cookout. So get ready for that. But I tell you what, I had a damn blast up there on that mountain. Just all weekend, other than Thursday night when the camping was literally the depths of hell. I had a blast just hanging out.
So
with
how was that
everybody
tent, Josh?
You can take that tent and pitch it somewhere, as far as I'm concerned.
Dude, I made that comment to you. I said us big boys cannot sleep on the ground anymore. That's why I got a camper.
You know what? Maybe I should give away the tent and autograph it. Maybe we do that one night.
Maybe you should take that tent and a little lighter fluid in the backyard and see.
I can't burn. I don't have enough land as much as I wish I did. But anyway, had a great time. We hung out over at Ham Radio 2.0's trailer most of the time. Dave was there. We had Josh was there. Not me, Josh, the smart Josh.
Josh.
We had, just passing around the whiskey and the bourbon, just having a good time, unwinding. Not all about ham radio, but of course we talked a lot of ham radio. That was the highlight for me. Now, what did I acquire while I was at Huntsville? Too much. Y'all need to super chat so I can fill it back up a little bit. This was not a Hamfest purchase, this Comjot CJ26. However, I did get it at Gigaparts on Thursday before the Hamfest. So,
Josh, if you're not happy with that, let me know. I'll take it off your hands.
I'll take it.
I'm getting happier with it. There's a firmware update that needs to come, and because of some ownership changes with RFinder and Comjot, that firmware is not released yet, but it's coming soon. So,
hey, if you want Joe's phone number, let me know. I'll give it to you.
Oh yeah. Well, anyway, got that. I picked up a mystery box from Gigaparts, but I'm swore to secrecy. I can't show it on screen, but I did that. Which, by the way, guys, don't forget, I now have a partnership with Gigaparts. If you need anything from Gigaparts, if you use my coupon code HamShackTV at checkout, you get double points. So those points are valuable. Usually it's $1 for every point, or 1 point for every dollar. But with my code, It's 2 points for every dollar. So just remember that if you're shopping Gigaparts online, gigaparts.com. What else did I get there? I got this at Gigaparts. A little dumb, but I got an on-air light. I did that so it would be a little bit of a notice. I did it, well, for a decorative piece too, but I did it so that, and I did. I've got my tripod all jacked up now, but I did it. I need a cameraman. That's what I need.
Okay, yeah, you definitely do.
But I got it for when my wife and my daughter are walking through constantly, so that they know that I'm on the air. You know, they're not walking up trying to talk to me while I'm on the air.
I've got one that I don't always throw it on the back end, but you know, I'll do it sometimes depending on what's going on. But yeah, I've got those little on-air lights. It's pretty slick. It's kind of cool to have, and you throw them on, it's like, oh, they know something's going on at least.
I wish it was a little brighter. That's my only complaint about it. It's quite dim. It's got cheap LEDs in it, but it is what it is. I can probably modify it and make it brighter if I want to.
What would be even slicker is if it was wireless remote control and battery operated, and you just hung it outside the door and you just push the button.
Agreed. Now, GP Mac is asking me, am I replacing Howard Stern? What would you think if I grew my hair out like that?
Oh my gosh.
Would that work for me?
Oh, that's another super chat challenge.
No, that would take too damn long.
I am not.
Tutu on.
I am not growing my hair out. You can forget it.
Oh, you can put a wig on a pink tutu and do it.
This is as long as my hair gets. Period. What else did I get? Good Lord, I've been talking about what I got forever. I got a ground strap for my truck I still need to put on for my HF gear. I know of some stuff now that's coming from Gigaparts in the not too distant future that I'm excited to be working with them on. Can't tell you all, but you'll find out soon enough. Did I buy anything else? Oh, yes, I did buy something else. Stand by.
Well, while he's standing by. So,
Jack bag.
when I disappeared for a minute, it was because I had a Gigaparts box show up. I bought a couple of these when I was at Gigaparts.
Yeah.
And
that Explorer bag?
That's not an Explorer. It's just a little
backpack.
Little bag.
Oh, okay.
But I bought two of them because I was like, that's a neat bag, and I love bags. Well, this is the perfect bag for a QRP kit. So I had to buy more for my QRP radios because now I'm putting them all in those bags. But the awesome little bag, and they're cheap. So that was
those at a Gigaparts, you said?
Yep. I even fit a G90.
Really? Do you order those offline, or do you have to go to the store?
Yeah, no, they have them online.
Gigaparts.com.
Gigaparts.com.
Use coupon code HamShackTV
with Josh's code.
Double points.
Hey, Josh, there was one thing you didn't buy. There's one thing I asked you to do. I wanted a 7610, and you didn't get it.
I ain't got that kind of money. Otherwise, it would be sitting right here. All right, so here's the big one that I got, and this is one of the. This isn't ham radio, but this is one of the best deals that I saw down there. Period, and it was just crazy that I stumbled upon it. Does anybody know what this is?
It's a gimbal.
It is a gimbal.
The gimbal. Jason Ham Radio 2.0 talks about them all the time.
Yeah, so he has the DJI Ronin, which is an awesome gimbal. I've got one at work. This here is the Zhihun, I'm probably not pronouncing it right, Webuilt S. This is a direct competitor to the DJI Ronin. These things retail online for $300. Or more, but on their website they're $300. And if you notice any of my tour videos, especially like part 2 of the Boneyard and others like that, it's a lot smoother. My old gimbal was a piece of freaking trash. Let me just be honest with you.
Where'd you get that from, Josh?
This?
Yeah.
Boneyard. You won't believe what I paid for this.
You got that from the Boneyard, really?
Don't even tell me.
It was on the freaking table. I was just walking around filming, and I saw it. And I'm like, God, he's going to want $500 for that, because I thought it was a DJI Ronin when I first saw it. I walked up and looked at the tag. He had $100 on it.
Ooh.
Wow.
I didn't even try to bargain with him. I'm like, take my money, please.
Here, just take. Here's my wallet. Just take it right out. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is probably my favorite buy of the Hamfest. It was, I could not believe I stumbled upon it. And the cool thing is, just like the DJI Ronin, it folds up super small, with one exception. This extra handle, but I can take that off if I want to.
You don't usually find stuff like that in the boneyard, Josh.
You might not want to, Josh.
I don't think I do, because I like this. I like how strong it is, and I can just it fits in my backpack the way it is, but it folds up nice and small. But I'm pleased. I'm very, very pleased.
Josh.
It only had 50% charge though, so I didn't get to use it a lot on the first day I had it. Second day, it was all them. So that was that. We did the YouTuber forum at 10 o'clock on Sunday morning, and that video in its entirety is posted on the channel. So if you guys want to hear what the YouTuber forum had in it, with the 2.0 Ham Radio Duo, the other TO, myself,
offline TO,
Ham Radio Crash Course. Who else was in there? Carlos was in there. I know I'm going to forget somebody, get my butt kicked. KO4 AFL was there.
Yasu 250.
250 was in there, yeah. I think I got everybody.
K-Mac.
Yeah, Freddie Mac was in there. I mentioned
Freddie Mac and no, they're Jason, a goatee Jason.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, ACK was in there. I forget. Yeah. I said OF or AFL, but no, that wasn't who I was meaning. I meant ACK. I get them two mixed up for some reason.
Their names. Yeah.
Yeah, and then YVY made a Joe Barrett made an appearance too.
Yeah, he did.
Short cameo. And then we had a random appearance by Ray Novak, which was really awesome.
Oh, he just popped up to nowhere, yeah.
Yeah. And Crash Course had a little comedic moment with him. You'll have to go back and watch the video for that, but it was quite funny. Yeah. So GP Mac mentions that the goal ends in 2 minutes, which actually I think it probably has already ended. However, based off of the channel memberships, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a win that we met the goal. Y'all are more than welcome to continue super chatting if you want, but we will go ahead and call that a win. Sit the gimbal down over here. So yeah, that's about it. Spent too much money, but had a lot of fun. Can't wait for next year. And guys, the camper is happening. Maybe
I did use that camper.
Oh, I loved it, but I can't afford it.
I saw the video when you posted. I was like, "Oh, he's in heaven." I bet he's like in that tent already burning it.
I was literally in hell. Oh boy,
oh, Peppy.
We got to get him in a minute, but I was literally in the depths of hell on Thursday night.
Oh,
and then on Friday, I had ascended into heaven. Thank you, Lord. Peppy, HB9 EVT with, I don't know what CHF is, but 20 of those. I love DMR. Well, let's find out how much you love DMR.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man. All right, let's.
Appreciate the 20
Josh,
CHFs, whatever that is.
Josh, real quick, what'd you do for a trailer or a camper after Thursday night?
So anyway, yeah, and guys, go back and check out the video. I got to shout out campers.
I missed it then. Okay.
Yeah, I got to shout out campers in RV. So Friday morning after I woke up after barely sleeping for 2 hours and then waking up to a thunderstorm up on the mountain. Now let me tell y'all something. Thunderstorms on a mountain are a lot louder than they are anywhere else.
Oh yeah.
Trust me, I know. Instead of going to the POTA cookout immediately, I said I'm going down and going to check on an RV or a camper. I can't do this. I knew I wasn't going to make it, and I did not want to go and get a hotel because I wanted to be up there with the fam, you know. So I went down there and talked to him about an RV, and out of there, you know, they kind of felt they felt bad. for the situation. I told them why I was down there and that kind of stuff.
Sad puppy eyes.
Yeah, I told them I was down there and that kind of stuff, and they thought it was cool. You know, I told the guy I was down here for a Hamfest, and he's like, "Oh, were y'all making doing like barbecue and stuff?" I said, "No, not that kind of ham." That's the oldest joke in the book. But,
they always think that.
he said, "Are you a pit master?" I said,
"Oh Jesus!"
I don't know about
really, that.
That'd be me. That's my
But anyway, he showed me one, and I was interested in buying it. I'm not gonna lie, I was interested in buying it. Started kind of going through the motions of buying it and that kind of thing. And he walked, or he came, he was talking to his store manager about it. Store manager comes out and says, "You know," he says, "I feel like God put me on this earth to do the right thing and to help people." He said, "Why don't we just haul this thing up there for you and let you use it for the weekend?"
Oh, wow.
And you know, all we ask is, you know, you give us a Google review and a YouTube video, and just don't plug up any water to it. Don't use the commode, anything like that. I don't blame him on that.
Yeah, Josh.
I don't.
You had to strike the beans.
Well, and then I told him, I said, "Well, you know what the great news is? My campsite is right next to the bathhouse, so that's not a problem whatsoever."
Well, yeah.
So,
Right.
unfortunate, or incredibly grateful, and guys,
That's an incredible story.
If you were in Huntsville, Alabama, and you know, granted they took care of me, but I truly believe this: if you were in the Huntsville, Alabama area and are interested in buying an RV, camper, anything like that, go see my great friends John and Payton and Clay at Campers in RV.
There? I'll be.
Forget the name of the road, but it's out in Madison. It's not technically in Huntsville, Alabama. It's in Madison, Alabama. Fantastic guys. Tell them Josh from HamShackTV sent you, and I promise you they're going to take good care of you. Really good care of you. They may not take a camper up on the mountain for you, but
you never know. They did for you.
They'll take care of you really good.
From Hamshack, I like that.
That's nice. What do you say? What do you say we get ready to give away radio?
Let's do it.
Josh, next time I see you, that's for you.
Very nice. I'm going to look at one tomorrow. Unfortunately, I'm not going to go back to Alabama.
Hey, Josh, I want to make one recommendation. Go ahead, Marvin.
I said, don't get a Forest River.
I don't know anything about brands, and I don't want to talk about brands because Forest River is one that they carry. But yeah.
Hey, Josh,
just go look at just go type in YouTube, and you'll see there's plenty of issues with them. So,
Campers In, they're good people. Being in the RV world that I was, and in the overlanding world that I am, Campers In RVs, they're good people down there. They're really, really good people.
Yeah.
And if you want to talk recommendations or go over a few things, I can make some recommendations for you.
Okay. Absolutely. We'll talk a little bit more off air, but without further ado, let's get started. All right, guys, so here's the deal. Here in just a moment, I'm going to drop a code on your screen, and I'm probably way too loud because that's blowing out my ears.
Turn it down just a minute. There you go.
There we go. I'm about to put a code on the screen. You are going to need to type this code verbatim. I'm not sure about capitalization rules, but just type it verbatim into the chat, and you'll be entered to win this DMR rig from Balfang. So let's get it pulled up here, and there's the code.
Oh,
God, you think it's so long?
And I spelled it wrong. Shoot.
Yeah, you did.
Nope. Let's try this again. I got to do it right. They did me right, so I've got to do them right. There you go. Campers in RV Madison. Hashtag Campers in RV Madison. Capital C, capital I, capital RV, capital M. No, not hashtag verbatim, Mandy.
Hashtag verbatim.
I probably didn't spell it right. Probably looks like a funky chip.
And you did all caps.
I did all caps.
Nope, it's not all caps. You got to do it the exact same way. And here comes Dave, just in time to try to steal this thing.
There he is.
I did all caps.
No, you don't. Yeah, you don't want all caps. You just want the C, the I, the RV, and the M capital.
What's
Oh,
up,
the
my
main.
fellow hillbilly?
I ain't worried about it. I got too many ACs.
Time
Dave-
now. Time
Dave-
now is 10:09 Eastern time. The real time, that's for you. That's for you, Jason. 2.0 Jason.
Real time, that's right.
I'm going to give
Hi,
it.
Pamela.
I'm going to give it until, let's say, 10:13. 10:13 is when I'm going to push the button.
So I've got something real quick.
Hey, Josh, I just sent you a message. I've got to drop here. I've got to make a call here real quick. So I will chat with you later, and we'll catch you next week. Actually, I'll catch you in 2 weeks because I told you I've got an engagement next week.
Yep, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Appreciate you being here, buddy.
Bye, Mark.
Okay.
Go take care of business.
All right, see you guys.
He's
So-
going to see who's going to win this thing.
I
Yeah, he
know.
will. He'll be like everybody else lurking in the background.
He'll be sandbagging.
He'll be in the chat meeting.
He's got an important phone call which came up.
So here's something that's kind of interesting, and I get asked this quite regularly all of a sudden. The SEED Studios has 3 E's, right?
Uh-huh.
And I've been asked why, and I didn't know. Well, I got the official response during the stream, which is kind of cool. So the name SEED, and this is directly from SEED Studios. The name SEED embodies our company's core purpose, which is providing makers and developers worldwide with the tools they need to bring their innovations to life. So, and then in quotes, helping innovators seed their electronics projects and help them grow. The additional E represents electronics, highlighting our focus on electronic solutions that empower creative minds. I was like, wow, okay. So that is why there's an extra E and why it's called SEED.
I'm glad you answered that because I was going to ask you that and I totally forgot. Thank you.
No problem.
Hey, John,
that answers
bring
not a
Andy in.
question. Andy's already here.
Howdy, howdy.
Never mind.
I knew
didn't see
you'd
his
be
little-
back. 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes to
Somebody
enter the
said
drawing.
giveaway. Where do you think I'm gonna be?
Of course.
Hey,
Two-
Dave.
2 more minutes.
Which
has to
one?
be-
Which
Hang-
Dave?
Hang on. 2 more minutes before I hit the button. Hashtag campers in RV Madison. It's capital C, capital I, capital RV, capital M. Go ahead, guys.
Dave Meshtastic. Dave.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to thank you for all the information and thank you for coming on the show. We appreciate it. And like I said, you open up a wide door because until tonight, I had no clue what Meshtastic was, except for when I was watching those videos when you guys were at Ham Pension and all you heard was I'm like, I thought you guys had beepers or something. But it's definitely got me intrigued. But no, I want to thank you for everything and thank you for coming on the show.
No problem. I enjoy the hell out of it. I really do. I like helping people. One of the things that I really like is helping people understand it. And I love helping. So, no, I'm very thankful you guys had me on. I appreciate it.
You are
sure.
welcome to come in anytime you like. We can have up to 10 on the show at one time. It gets a little chaotic, but we like chaotic around here. Just as long as we keep it out of the clubhouse chaotic.
At least we're used to it.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's it.
By the way, guys, I absolutely dogged freaking Joe Pratt down there, telling him we poke fun of his show all
How
the
bad
time.
is you dog him?
I just harassed him a little bit. I told him we poke fun at his show.
Hey, do
Hey,
any
Josh.
of you guys use much FT4?
I do occasionally. I like
I'm on
FT4
20 meter
because it runs quick.
FT4. Yeah, I'm on 20 meter FT4. I've got Saudi Arabia, Switzerland. I have Cyprus, all in the log tonight. They're
Oh.
Portugal. They're booming in here pretty good, actually.
Just wait,
Even
Andy. Go ahead, Dave.
Hang on, guys. Last chance. We're actually past 10:13 now Eastern time. I'll give you one more minute. Type in. See several people now joining again. Hashtag campers in RV as you see it on the screen. Make sure it is the same verbatim with the right capitals. One more minute, y'all.
Real quick, Andy. That's another reason why I bought this HU 710 because it's got a sound card. Don't get me wrong. I love the FT891, but I would have to buy a Digirig. I would have to do this, and I didn't feel like having a bunch of wires. Where this radio, I plug a USB cable into the computer and done. So once I get that going, look out for my call sign because I'm going to blow you up.
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah, get it set up in cat control. Yeah.
Let's do Josh. Let's do his thing. I'll need the beeping thing, kind of like the big wheel on the process ride.
You need a yodel. Like, you know, what Jason was saying.
Oh, the yodel.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's do it.
Hit it.
And the winner is...
Not me.
Not me. Don't you pick me. Don't pick me.
GP Mac.
Oh, awesome.
Congratulations.
Damn.
Winner chicken dinner. And you do have to be present to win. I hope you're still in here. Are you? Are you here?
Yeah, he's there. I see him.
Yeah, he's there. Yeah, I see him right there. He says, more you know. He's on.
There you go. Winner chicken dinner. All right, here's what I need you to do. I'm going to type my email in the chat. I need you to send me an email as soon as you can. And we will get this ordered and sent off to you.
Put your call sign in here and send it to him so he knows who you are.
Nah, just shoot me an email. That's fine.
You good on keyword?
Just shoot me an
Pepe's
email.
asking if another Swiss is awake. It's a yes, absolutely. Just a few minutes ago. I'll give you his call sign. It was HB9TIH. Here it was. Let me pull up. See. He's got a World Radio League profile. Marco.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, by the way, Andy, I've got something to share with you. I forgot to tell you this earlier.
For Andy too.
Yeah. Fire away.
I am helping coordinate a local Tennessee QSO party. And I have recommended that we use World Radio League for the first time ever. So they have agreed. So we'll have 2 computers running World Radio League for November 4 Tango.
That's fantastic.
Awesome.
We'll get you
Awesome.
Yeah. Go
Where
ahead.
you at, Dave?
Go ahead, T.O. You had something, didn't you?
Hey, Andy.
Yes, sir.
I've been looking in the mail for my name tag or for my call tag.
Uh-oh.
I've been looking in the mail for an antenna. He's like, wait a minute. I'll be.
You didn't pay for the rush shipping there, Michael.
You didn't pay the shipping, did you? Theo,
Oh
did
no,
you
I
forget to pay the shipping?
paid for rush printing too.
Really? Okay.
All right, round the horn. Anybody got anything they want to share? We kind of did the what's going on thing earlier. Anything got anything coming up this week that anybody wants to talk about?
Who wants to go first?
Well,
7-3. I got to drop. Have
See
a
you,
great
Andy.
go on first.
Go visit M0 APX antennas or M&L Radio Technologies and get Andy's antenna.
Anybody that's in the Southwest Missouri area this weekend, Friday and Saturday, the Joplin Hamfest, me and Andy will both be down there. Look us up. Our table's right next to each other.
Outstanding. Yeah, y'all go check that out. Anybody else?
I put a video together. I got some goodies. Oh, there we go. I got goodies. Check this out. This is a cute little charger. 14.6 volts out, but this tied with this gives me, I can look at the battery, check the battery status, because all I have is this little 16 amp hour lithium iron phosphate. So I put a video together for a really cheap charger and battery monitor, and I got another MPPT controller. It's supposedly waterproof, but I wouldn't put it in the water. And I had to do the ends. I don't know how, I don't think this little tiny wire is going to handle 10 amps, but it says it will, so that's going to be questionable. But I got a solar panel that, you know, I'm just going to do some testing. I did a whole bunch of videos on it, and I went back into the editor, and no audio.
Been there, done that.
Been there, done that a few times.
So I'm going to have to redo it all over again.
That's why sometimes in my videos you'll see me do a voiceover. And when it's a voiceover, you know I had a catastrophic failure.
Oh, no, I'm not that talented.
Yeah, same here. When my POTA deal on the POTA Sports Parks weekend, hour and 20 minutes of video and no audio. Yeah, no, I wasn't even going to attempt voiceover.
My voiceover would be, look at this dumbass trying to show us a charger. And
you said it. We did. Okay, just for record.
What? It's your turn, Ramp Rat. What you got?
I was going to let our guest, the host of the most, go next. I'll go last.
Go ahead, Dave.
Oh, I really don't have anything. I'm just happy to be here. Yeah, no, I'm good. Thank you, guys.
Guys, go check out SEEED Studios and get with Dave, especially if you've got any questions. I'm sure, Dave, you're good on QRZ, aren't you?
I'm good on the Z.
Okay, yeah. So if you got, especially if you got questions for Dave, you can go check him out there. I am working on an affiliation deal with SEEED Studios, so we will have that up and running hopefully in the next few days. We'll see. But when we do, I will give you all that the information. That way you can support HamShackTV through your purchases with SEEED Studios. Guys, they are up and coming. I think you're going to love their stuff. All right, Ramp Rat, now it's your turn.
All right, everybody gone? Okay. Basically what I'm going to be doing a lot is playing with this new radio. Experiment, seeing what it can do, see where it can go. I have a message to T.O. below me, if you're ready. Mom did tell me to say you are going to be the pack mule, just to let you know.
No, it's pack moose. It's called a pack moose.
A pack moose. But she says you are going to be it. You can't get out.
Not happening.
But anywho. No, I'm going to play the 710. Dave, Meshtastic Dave, it's got me really intrigued in that system. And that's what I wanted to ask you, Dave. Also, if you would, email me with all that information so I can check in and get into it. Call signs Kilo Quebec 4 Uniform Echo India. I'm good on Kilo that.
All right. What do you want? What information do you want?
Just how to get started. I'm interested in the solar power because I'm thinking about putting that right there on my front porch is right there and stick it out, something like that. And then the little Meshtastic array that goes to it, like the P1. I think you said it was a P1 that was connected.
It's P1.
Yeah, that. The simple setup. I just want the info on it.
Okay. Yeah, you could hit the website, or Josh, when you get your affiliate codes, if you want to push them on to Jason so he can order some that way.
Yeah.
I'll just wait till then.
We'll do that.
Is that, like I said, I forgot. I am going to start my new channel here soon. Josh just gave me the courage and, all my family and Ham. And it's going to be Ramp Ham Radio. I'm going to combine aviation and ham radio together if I can. That's pretty much it. Work my butt off and, make sure my family's safe, and that's about it for me.
Awesome. Well, I have to be the bearer of bad news for Michael and Dave.
Uh-oh.
Both of you got unseated on the leaderboard tonight on Super Chats. Pepe with his, or is it, Pepe with his 20 CHF. That actually equals out to about $22 US. So both of y'all got beat out just a little bit.
What is CHF anyways?
I don't know. Let me look that up real quick, and then we'll wrap it up here.
It's got me by bottom. And Dave on the bottom. Where you at?
CHF is a Swiss franc.
In my front yard.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I'm wrong. 2471 is what 20 Swiss francs equals.
Wow.
So that's what Pep paid.
Yep, that's what he did. So had to bump you off from the lead, or at least. Well, Dave, you're still on the monthly leaderboard, even though the month's about out. But
now, did it bump me out?
Yeah, you're not on the leaderboard at all. Tortoise has the all-time number at $100.
Oh, I know.
And
I know.
the this year number, because it's the same number.
And Dave I wasn't even drunk.
Dave has the has UTY Dave. He has the August top number at $49.99, and then Pepe has tonight's number. So $24.71. All right. Anyway, enough money talk. It's been fun.
Hey, don't tease it, Torres. That's not right.
And then Pepe's like, "Sorry, Jason."
I love you, Pepe. Don't worry. Nothing but love.
We've had fun tonight, guys. Any closing thoughts before we wrap this thing?
Nah.
Nope.
All right.
Just ham harder.
That's right. Hammer harder. I'm going to put you
I will say, Jason, real quick, if you got any questions on that 710, just shoot me a message.
Yeah, I will. Shoot. Do I have your Discord channel?
You can message.
He's in the show prep channel, Jason.
Okay, I'll just message you.
Friend me.
Yeah.
I'll message you in your general show prep.
Okay.
Those of you on the screen, you want to stick around for a debrief, you can. Otherwise, I'm gonna throw y'all in the thing real quick, and I'll be right there with you. So anyway, y'all, appreciate everybody watching tonight. Appreciate all the super chats and all the channel love. Channel is growing rapidly, guys, and I have to say, I've talked with Ham Radio 2.0. He really, really believes in the channel. He's doing things behind the scenes to help promote the channel. So I am eternally grateful to Jason KC5HWB. If you're not already subscribed to Ham Radio 2.0, go do it. Go do it. It's well worth your time. He has a fantastic channel. Anyway, we got more content coming up. Don't forget, I now have a program with Gigaparts now. If you use my coupon code at checkout, HamShackTV, you're going to get double reward points. That means for every $1 you spend, you get 2 points. That gains up real quick, and you'll get discounts and savings on all their equipment. Can't wait for other things that are coming along with Gigaparts down the road. We're going to have some fantastic stuff coming up. Don't know what next week's topic is yet, but we'll be working on that going forward. Guys, appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate your support. Go watch all the other videos. And don't forget, if you become a channel member, you get early access to video uploads. Guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. 73s, everybody. AA4 WX WSEB 693. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. I see Jason's on the edge of his seat. It's coming.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man. All right.
That's for you, Jason. Good night, everybody. 73s. See you in the next one.